what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. Let's react to this video about 50 Shades. This is Fat Acceptance Mega Compilation. So I'm assuming the people on this compilation is about to be, cool with them being morbidly obese. There are a lot of people. What is the movement called? It's called. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Body positivity. There's a body positivity movement that is very present in our society right now, and it's basically people who are really overweight and they feel that they should love themselves regardless, and I agree with that. But I have seen some circumstances where some of them take it a bit too far, like they're like dangerously overweight and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat what I want to eat and love myself, and that's all that matters. And I think there is a flaw with that, because self-love should include you taking care of your body. It should include you eating healthy. It should include you working out. That is a form of self-love. If you are just putting all these terrible things in your body, that's not you practicing love of yourself, of your body, of, your mind, body, spirit. All that is connected, and you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna love myself and focus on the mental aspect but completely abandon the physical aspect. I don't agree with that, but hey, to each their own. It's your body. Do whatever you want to do. But let's see what these people have to say on this compilation. Let's watch. Oh, they saying feminists, and what does that have to do with feminists? This must have to do with we breaking watermelons now. I'm done with this intro. Why? Why y'all gotta be so shady? His titties is flopping.
It's not that. It's not healthy. It does not mean any of these negative.
It does mean unhealthy, girl.
Weight is not a good predictor of health.
Yes, it
I
is.
think it is important, but I don't think weight is a good proxy.
Yeah, I'm selling that.
Everything's going to be amazing.
You are going to be healthier.
A size 10 to our dress, then that can be problematic. I'm fat, but I'm fat, but I'm not lazy. I'm fat, but I'm not.
Come on, I'm fat, but I eat healthy. Girl, that's a lie.
Being obese, being fat, being overweight has become the new normal. I really believe for fat people, the solution is their own hands. They don't need to put so much into their faces. So take that, fat bastards.
Oh, damn. Why you gotta be rude?
For a reason that you feel like to prove society wrong.
Yes.
Which you're wrong.
I'm trying to put on full stone to prove society if you stop eating and move more, you will
And
lose
that
weight.
ain't true.
So she set out to prove it.
Unless you have...
We have in front of us is what I'll be eating from now on in order to put on 4 stone in 3 months.
Katie went from 125 pounds to 167 pounds in 3 months by eating and doing nothing.
All right, Katie, so your final weight is just under 12 stone. So you've put on...
3 stone and a bit.
That's right.
In the special, Katie takes the weight off again, cutting back to 1,500 calories a day and exercising. She made her campaign public, but it didn't make her popular.
And I think I'm right to carry on sort of bruising my way through on this issue, because I think there's so many people willing to tiptoe around it.
Do you think overweight people are just lazy?
I do think overweight people are lazy. The hardest thing to do is to stand in front of the mirror, say that you have got the problem, you've caused the problem, there's no excuses, and you're the only person that can do something about it.
I kept waiting in the specials for you to address other issues, Katie, such as, thyroid problems, medical issues, genetic predispositions.
That's usually not the case, though.
Socioeconomic status, income, education, and none of that was mentioned.
What you did right there is what everybody does, and it's what I won't stand for, and what I don't think America should tolerate anymore either. And that's a whole list of excuses as to why it's not your problem. Well, learn this and learn it well. It is your problem.
Like, I don't fuck with you, bitch, I got no feelings to go. I swear I had it up to here, I got no feelings to go. I mean, for real, fuck how you feel.
She went in.
Loving the mood. Now, tonight on the TLC channel at 9 o'clock tonight, Whitney has got a new series called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Okay, so you're still dancing.
Yes.
Yes, and a lot of people maybe say, who are you kidding, really? You're dancing here, but really this is not the sort of advert that we should be having.
I think that's interesting because my life isn't an advertisement for anything. I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm just living my life the way that I see fit. And fat people so often offend others in society, and I find that it's one of the last socially acceptable prejudices.
I absolutely agree with you.
I
on
do
that
agree
one,
with
but
that.
What about people who are concerned about you? I mean, there might be people concerned you're going to keel over and die because maybe your body, your heart won't be able to sustain all the enthusiasm that you have.
That's true. I do have a lot of enthusiasm. I think that the concern for health is often a mask to discriminate or to be cruel to fat people. I think there are actually very few people in my life who care and love me enough to be genuinely concerned about my health. And as far as my health goes, I would like to break some stereotypes about fat people, because even at 380 pounds, I'm certainly not naive to the health risks that may come if I stay this weight. But I have no major health problems. I've never even had high blood pressure.
Yet, Whitney.
Right,
Yet.
Exactly.
And I do have to say, I advocate you. I am overweight. I am constantly lampooned for being overweight, but I do speak to you from concern. You're doing your ankles no good, your knees no good, your hips no good, your heart probably no good. So, I mean, I do think there is concern. People would look at you and say, oh, are you sure?
I see both sides.
Where is your sense of personal accountability? You know that your struggle is more difficult. Shouldn't that make you work that much harder? But isn't it more inspirational to watch somebody be up against the odds and the odds are stacked against them? Yeah, the odds are stacked against you. I'm sorry, but that's life.
Well, see, but
put your head down, work.
Right now, the hardest thing for me to do is not to lose weight. The hardest thing for me to do is be comfortable in my skin, in the face of people like you every day. That's the hardest thing I've ever done.
I don't think you're being 100% honest. Like, are you surrounded with people who are like-minded and agree with you and support you?
I mean, yeah, but when you look at the big population, it's the way that it is.
My thing is, if I were to surround myself with people who are like, oh, well, Karen has a problem, but let's just let her do what she wants to do, and we'll all get on board and watch her drink and fall on her face, and then why wouldn't I continue on that path? What would ever make me want to change? Isn't it important to, maybe surround yourself with people who don't always agree with you all the time?
Attitudes like this is exactly what kept me in a darkened apartment, ordering pizza because I didn't want to go out into the world because people treated me so bad. Now I exercise every day.
Maybe if you had tackled it head on and done the best you could be and presented your best self, you would feel more confident.
No, because I told you I lost. Quit doing this hypothetical. I lost 100 pounds. I already did it. Your hypothetical thing means nothing to me. I did it.
You're not there now.
It doesn't matter because
maybe that's why you're yelling at me, because you're cranky and hungry.
Cranky and hungry.
Triggered.
That's so mean.
Nothing more than feeling.
Damn. Follow German segment. What the entire fuck?
Why does life sometimes feel so wrong?
This is a real commercial?
Like running in circles and you don't belong. I always knew that this day would come.
And this is so...
It's time to break free and meet me on the run. And what am I running from?
What the fuck, Germany?
I look
This is so rude. Why would you? Why?
And all I can do is try.
I'm done. This is really rude. Like, what is the point? Like, what are they trying? Oh, now he's skinny.
It's time to break free, meet me on the run. And all I can do.
Oh, so he was successful and lost weight, and everybody around him still fat. Because he ate blueberries and he worked out. He eating blueberries and blackberries and living his best life now. That's a bit much. I'm sorry, it's a bit much. How to destroy fat acceptance.
All these people out there today that want to promote this positive body love image movement. Let me explain something to you real quick. When you want to dance around in your skin tight leotards with your fat rolls hanging out and saying you should love me for my personality, not my body, and you're promoting laziness and eating unhealthy and doing this, that, and the other and giving little care or concern to your body, let me tell you something. Let me accuse you of one thing here. You will not be there by the bedsides of the people that are currently dying from heart disease, which is the leading killer in the United States right now. You will not be the one paying the damn hospital bills. But you can stand there at their bedside and, pet them as they're dying and say, well, you know what? At least people love you for your personality. Let me tell you something about self-respect. If you've got self-respect, you respect yourself enough to take care of the only body you've got. And suddenly, all of a sudden, everyone in this world has got a damn excuse why they can't be healthy. You sit there and say, what's your reason for being overweight? Oh, well, and then the excuses start coming out. When so many of you know damn good and well, deep down, you have no excuse. You need to stop this cotton picking, whining, this crying all the damn time,
so salty
and get up and do something about it. You think somebody's going to sit there and say, hey, it's okay, go ahead and eat yourself to death, that actually cares about you? The people that don't care about you are going to pat you on the back and say, go right ahead, go down that road that's going to lead to freaking high blood pressure, high cholesterol, getting a limb cut off, doing this, that, and the other. You go right ahead and enable that. And I will sit here, and I don't give a fuck what society thinks. I will combat you day and night. And the biggest thing I see getting in the way is your fucking feelings. You want to sit there and bitch, whine, and cry about your goddamn feelings all the time. Oh, he hurt my feelings. Fuck your feelings. I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want. We've got a society of politically correct bitches out there that want to sit there and preach this is what they want to hear. Give it to them. Rather than this is what they need to save their fucking life. But you don't understand that. You're not willing to stand up and preach out against these people out there that promote this bullshit movement. I'm all for people that are overweight, doing something for themselves. I'll give them all the help I can. Good for them.
Right.
It's not the fact that they're obese why I don't agree with them. It's the fact they're making an excuse and not doing anything about it. And then trying to justify it and get other people to follow along their footsteps. Fuck that. You sit there and explain to those children that are being brought up in the same fashion why they're facing a lifetime of medical conditions because your fucking lazy ass didn't have the ability, didn't have the drive and the motivation to get up and do something for them.
Right.
To teach them the right way. To take it upon yourself to educate yourself. Google, the internet, it's a hell of a tool. You can learn so much out there, but you choose not to. Where there's a will, there's a way. When you've got air in your lungs, then you have no excuse. It's just a matter of perspective. You're either going to be a fucking sheep or you're going to be a lion. You're going to be an attacker and a go-getter. But if you want to sit there and cry, bitch, and moan and whine all the fucking time while you can't, then you sit your ass on that bench with the losers and you stay there and you eat yourself to death. But don't expect me to turn around and pat you on the back and say, hey, good job for being a fucking quitter. Get up and do something about it. Sick and tired of all these damn excuses. And fuck your feelings.
Okay, drill sergeant. Oh, okay, they're still going. Wow. 50 Shades is shady. You have the right name. 50 Shades of Shadiness. I am done. Okay. Listen, I get both sides to a certain extent. That last dude, he was speaking facts. Everything he's saying, well, for the most part, I agree with. But what he said about, oh, you know, people who care about you, they don't want to see you die and get heart disease, that is true. That's not always the case. Some people just want to be hateful and talk shit about people who are overweight. But I do agree that I don't necessarily support a movement in where you're completely disregarding your body and you're just eating whatever. And then for some of them to be like, oh, I eat healthy, I'm just obese. Like, that don't make sense. If you're actually eating healthy, you're eating vegetables, you're eating whole grains, you're eating fruit, drinking a lot of water, you're not gonna be overweight. It's very, very hard to eat too many calories when you're actually eating healthy. So that is BS. I don't believe when people say that. I used to actually follow this one chick on YouTube. I unfollowed her a while ago. But I used to follow her and she'd be like, yeah, this is what I eat in a day. And it would be hella healthy food. But she was obese. And I'm like, girl, you are not eating like this all the time. You are lying. But in addition, I don't understand why some people are so upset. Like, even with this last dude, he seemed so angry. Why are you so mad at fat people? Like, if they want to do that, you can choose not to support their movement and support what they're doing, but you don't have to be so triggered and angry at what they're doing. Like, why are you that emotional over what they're doing with their body? Like, that I don't understand. It's just like, you seem very invested in the way that they choose to live their lives. That I don't agree with. That is not your business. Like, stay in your lane. If you want to support them and, you know, encourage them to be healthy and take care of their bodies, that's one thing. But some people cross the line in being like hateful and then mean and angry at them for being fat, and that I don't agree with. Like, you don't need to do all that. If you want them to be healthier, there are better ways to, you know, get that message across. But some people are just really salty and mad at fat people, and it's like, why? Like, why are you so pressed? So that I don't agree with. But yeah, I get both sides. I get both sides. It's some things that I don't agree with both, you know, sides of this situation. But ultimately, this ain't got shit to do with me. You know, hey, live your life. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. I don't recommend it because this is dangerous to your health. You know, like he said, heart disease is like the leading cause of, you know, death. People in America. So I don't know if you want to keep doing this, but hey, it's your life, I guess. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to react to, and I'll see you in the next time. Bye.